Yo, what up, guys? Chilling in the Grove. Check it out. Let's see here. Boom. Oh, over the shoulder shot. Beautiful down in Vista, California. Just moved to SoCal like 3.5 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that. Um, so, what brought me down here? I brought myself down here. There was just something inside of me that told me that this is the place I needed to be, and I listened to myself, and it turned out to be true. It's been a pretty magical experience thus far. You guys get some sun action with me. Oh, pretty bright. Um, and it just had me thinking about transition once again, practice the Mucusless Diet Healing System. Um, but I'm really starting to learn and experience like the different levels of transition. It's so much more than just the physical food. I mean, we're transitioning on so many levels. We're transitioning on, social levels, environmental levels, physical levels. The food that we put in our bodies. I apologize for the revving engine. Our hobbies, our interests, our passions, desires. Everything is a transition, and I mean, even Spirit talks about not getting too caught up in the food itself and just letting the transition work itself out. Same with Brother Air. Um, I've really found that every level of your transition is just as important as the other. Like, if you're just focusing on putting the quote unquote right food in your body, and you're not focusing, or you're not aware of, say, like your social environment, um, and it's not resonating, or you aren't on the same frequency with the people, it's just going to be out of tune. There are just so many planes that we've got to work on. Like for me, I know that at this point in time in my transition, I needed to be around people that were living a similar lifestyle, and just fully supportive. And also, I was just drawn to the weather down here. It's not a right or wrong thing. It was literally just listening to myself. I mean, it just like paying attention to my thought streams, and just like, things would just come up. And even on a feeling level, I felt it as well. And so I was just really honestly opening up and letting go. I mean, letting go of a lot of like, it should be like this or it should be like that. And it's like, who's to say really anything? I mean, nobody can really tell you anything. You know what you know, you do what you do. And I'm really beginning to learn that the most powerful thing that I can do is really listen to myself, and uh, be present, be aware, enjoy, live, love, laugh. Because it's like, the journey is the journey is it. It's like, it's about the path, not the destination. I'm sure you guys have heard that before, but I mean, your transition's not going to look like anyone else's, and so don't be afraid to do your own thing. Like, for example, like Brother Aaron Spirit, they are in an environment that I personally just couldn't vibrate with. Like, it just doesn't resonate with me, with like the cold winters. And I'm not going to sit there and go, well, they did that, and so I'm going to do this. And it's like, no, it's like, I'm going to do what I need to do, and everything else will come together. It's like, when you let go, it will flow. And that's what life's doing right now. It's flowing. So if you're in a social setting and it's just not your frequency, not your station, then tune into a different station, and don't be afraid, or like, be willing. I encourage you to work through that fear, because I'm currently doing that, and it's not always fun. It can be scary, but it's pretty magical at the same time. Like my environment, I just felt like I needed something new and fresh, and I just wanted to be somewhere warmer, and I'm here, and it's beautiful, and it's magic. The food, I mean, I've been on a higher level than I've ever been. I've been able to get into a longer juice fast than I've done in the past. But it's not even because that was my intention. Like, I literally just let it happen. One day I just made a juice. I was like, this is delicious. I'm feeling good. Let's keep it rolling. And, time went by. And the thing is, we don't need to be like, I just did a 30-day juice fast and blah, 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 because it's like, that's putting so much stress and that's putting a lot on other people. But on one hand, it's like people are going to want to know like specifics, but it's like, I don't know, I just feel like we just need to be supportive, do our own thing, and practice the principles, and really encourage people to listen to themselves and do what they need to do. And if you're practicing the Mucusless Diet Healing System, or you're just, practicing that path that Dr. Morse preaches, with detoxify and rejuvenate, then you're going to have huge changes. Oh, get some sunshine in there. Like, everything's going to be changing. You're on a cellular level, mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, whatever you want to call it. You're going to be going through so many changes that you might like one thing one day and not like it the next. And that's totally okay, because it's a wild ride, and letting go of attachment is just so powerful. And not creating an identity out of things like, I am a cyclist, I need to cycle every day, and just creating some identity out of it. If you feel like doing it, do it. If you don't, then don't. Just roll with it. And I wrote down a few notes. It's like a rebirthing process, and it's important to follow your soul. And I feel like the cleaner we get on a physiological level, then the easier it is to tune into our own frequency, to feel out where we need to be and what we need to be doing. And I feel like, honestly, the key components to getting into the higher levels of fasting and, whatever you want to be doing, it's not even necessarily just trying to focus on food. It's incorporating all the other aspects of your life, and then the food just falls into place. It's easy. When everything's in alignment, it's easy, it flows. And so if you're in a situation where you're like, man, I don't want to be living with these people, I'm still living with my mom, my dad, whatever it may be, and you're just stressed and it just doesn't work for you, and then you're also trying to fast, and from my personal experience, it leads to like emotional eating, binge eating. Stuff gets out of control when you're trying to force a square peg into a circle hole, when you need to, get everything in alignment. You got to take a look at the other aspects before you can really try to push one. And when we fear something, so if we're afraid or we're lacking in some area, then we're just creating scarcity in that area. So if we're like, oh my God, I need to fast, I need to do this, and you're just creating this huge mental space, it's going to consume you, and it's going to create a imbalanced relationship that's just going to be lacking in that area. And I know from personal experience, bringing balance to the different areas of transition creates inner peace and fulfillment, which are so important for me. And yeah, I think I'll make another video about some of my other experiences here as well. But I just want to share that with you guys. We know, that fruits are cleansers. We know that, the different levels of fasting. It's the information's there. That's not what's important. It's really tuning in to yourself. And I know that's may sound vague, but it's a long process, and it's a rebirthing process. And I feel so blessed, and I feel blessed to be able to reach out to you guys. It feels amazing just being able to make this video and share this with you guys. dlb949@msn.com. It's my email address if you want to get a hold of me. Some more sunshine. Find me on Facebook at Doug's Holistic Facebook page. Message me on YouTube, whatever you guys want to do. Reach out to me. Sometimes somebody just needs to share how they feel with somebody else that resonates with them, or that they vibe with. I mean, sometimes we don't need this meal plan or this, coaching. I mean, sometimes everyone's different. Everyone's doing something, in a different space. So let's just respect each other, create peace, show love, love yourself. Namaste, guys. Take care.